Has my crochet been making me sick? Let's talk about how sedentary I am and how this wonderful craft might be causing some health problems for me. Crochet has some super amazing benefits. I mean, it's like meditative, it's relaxing. I swear it's like, good for my heart because I'm bringing everything down. But unfortunately, the downside to that is that I spend hours sitting, hours and hours and hours sitting. So if you are like me, you might be finding yourself in the same position, whether you are having like some muscle stiffness, some soreness, neck pain, fatigue, maybe like some circulation or swelling issues. Those are all common problems for those of us who do spend a lot of time sitting and develop a pretty sedentary lifestyle. I am making some small changes so I don't have to give up crochet. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I have a tendency where I want to just like jump all in, and I oftentimes found I have burnt myself out. I have gotten overly excited in the beginning and pushed myself too far. If you've experienced this, sometimes you get super excited about like a new diet or workout routine or something like that, and then within a week or two it has totally fizzled out on me. And I'm pretty confident that I'm not the only one that this ever happens to. So where I need to start, and I really need to start from ground zero, and I am trying to really establish a baseline and see where I'm at so I have a realistic plan and goal to move forward. And that really starts with monitoring. That is why I'm excited to talk to you about the ring I've been wearing in my videos. I don't know if you've seen this or not in any of them. The Ultra Human Air. I got this because I spend so much time sitting. I just really have felt as I have, gotten to middle age, it's really kind of taking a toll. At Christmas time, my husband had gotten a smartwatch. He was really, kind of interested in some of the data it was giving him. But after a little bit of research, I found out that I could actually monitor a lot more with this, and it looks like a piece of jewelry. So what brought me here? I sit at my desk at work. I am a receptionist, and I do get up to, move files, to get files, that type of stuff, but I'm not getting a lot of steps in, and I'm also stuck then at my computer for pretty long periods of time. I mean, I can be stuck there for an hour or two if I don't make a point of getting up and moving. I am answering the phone, or I am checking people in. I am plugging in their information. I'm updating certain files. And yeah, it just, depending on how busy the day is, I might be trapped there for a while. Then I'm pretty tired when I get home, and I gotta be honest, my husband is so much better about this than me. Like, we'll get home from work and I'll be exhausted, and he'll, we're like mentally exhausted, and he'll like get on the treadmill to relax. And then I go to my chair and I grab my crochet, and I will sit there for like 4 hours crocheting. So that's what brought me to this point of having an extremely sedentary lifestyle and not really, wanting to be that way, but just falling into it and relying on it. And it's definitely taken its toll. I mean, I know, my posture's worse because, when you're sitting in a chair all day, and I'm definitely not getting the exercise that I need, which, as we all know, leads to, like weight gain, also hitting that age where I'm just going to be experiencing muscle loss due to age every year. So these are all factors that are kind of piling up here, and I need to address this. My plan is to really become aware of what my habits are by monitoring so many different things that the Ultra Human Ring, can give me the data on. Monitors my external body temperature. It monitors my heart rate. It will let me know what my resting heart rate is. It will let me know whether I'm in a stress zone, a relaxed zone, a stimulated zone, based on like my sleep. And when I get up, it will let me know if that's like a stress tolerant type of day, or if it is not. It will let me know if I'm in my caffeine intake window, so that I'm not like drinking it too early or drinking it too late. What's been probably the most helpful for me is being able to monitor my sleep. It can tell you, when you're hitting full sleep cycles, if you're hitting REM, letting you know like when, your heart rate is dropping when you're sleeping. And I don't know, I just honestly think, I'm not a doctor by any means, but I really think that for me, sleep and recovery is going to be just the definite foundation of healing my body and really bringing myself to a point that I can feel good getting some exercise. I had zero experience with any type of tracking device like this, health tracking device. So I can't really tell you how it compares to other products out there. But what I can tell you and what I liked about this is it came with a sizing kit that you try on, you wear around the rings, you figure out what finger you want to wear it on, what hand you want to wear it on, what size that is before you purchase the product. And that made a big difference to me because you know how I am, I'm a cheapskate. Like recovering from like a poverty mentality. And, I just want assurances. If I'm going to be buying something that's a little higher ticket item, I want to know that it is going to fit and work right, especially since there's sensors in it. You really want to make sure that the fit is correct. When I did get it, it came in a box. I am not a super techie person. I was able to just charge the ring up, download the app onto my phone, and then sync them up. It was pretty seamless. You don't have to be techie to do it. This app does have extra plugins. Some are free, some are paid that are extra in addition to what comes on it. I'm not in this stage of life, but there's like a fertility tracker, so I'm assuming that goes a lot more by your temperature. And yeah, there's just different things like that are pretty unique that you're not going to get in a watch of some sort. But it is super easy when it notifies me when it needs to be recharged. I just plug in the little ring charger into my laptop and it is charged. I personally like to do it in times where I'm being more sedentary, if I'm being honest. I don't wear this like in the shower or the bathtub. I know that it is waterproof to a certain point, but I figure why push the limits? That's a great time if I need to charge it at that point. Or like sometimes in the morning when, if it's like a Saturday morning and I'm sitting drinking some coffee for like an hour doing nothing, maybe scrolling on my phone, that is also one of my preferred times to charge it. I like to make sure that if I am doing some housework or going somewhere that it's counting all my steps for me. And same way with sleeping. I like it to monitor my sleep, so I want to wear it then. But yeah, it charges super easy. And I would say the biggest insight for me is honestly how few steps I was actually getting in per day. That was a little shocking for me because just seeing it in numbers, and seeing like, okay, I'm well below. So that was shocking. And then the other thing that has really kind of got me and got me trying to alter my behavior and just I would say my behavior is that in the evening when I get home and I would crochet, I would find myself going to my chair and I would sit there for many hours. Well, apparently being so relaxed and having such little movement, it was like little notifications were coming up asking me if I was taking a nap. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Shannon, you are seriously not moving enough in the evening. If this thing thinks you're sleeping, you are not. Like, I don't want to be like stimulated in the evening. I don't want to be, like I don't want to be working out in the evening. I don't want to be amping myself up. I want to be in wind down mode. But I'm like, I clearly am taking it too far if this thing is I don't want to say accusing me of napping, but it's like nap detected 7:45 to 8:15 or whatever. It's like, okay, no, that clearly means that I am not active. So that was a little bit of a tough pill to swallow, but I feel like I would not have pieced that together if it wasn't for that. So my Ultrahuman Air will send me reminders to get up and get moving. And just by keeping my phone by me, which I usually have it anyway, while I'm sitting there crocheting and working on that and getting just into my zone, if I actually listen to my phone and be like, okay, yes, I should get up, go get a glass of water, walk around for a little bit. And that has been a help. I know that seems super obvious, but I do think that's something a lot of people with like the smartwatches, that they get a notification to get moving. And I think even though it's simple, it actually really helps. That movement reminder would be a great time to get up, do some stretches, stretch your neck out so you're not locked into that, stretch your back out, give your hands a few minute break. I know some people I have seen have actually will like crochet or knit while they're on their walking pad, and I am not skilled enough for that. I'm going to be honest, like I keep my hands on it because even though it's going slow and it's not that high up, I just feel like I'm going to fly off of it. So I am not one of those people that can walk and crochet at the same time, but if you can, that would be an excellent way of getting those steps in. It's just overall has helped me getting the feedback about what I'm doing, and I really made sure for the first month that I was wearing this that I was being completely honest, because it was very tempting to be like, maybe push things a little further than I normally do so that it looked better on my phone screen. But I really wanted to be honest with myself, because I'm not going to make any progress, you know, and I'm not going to get better. I'm not going to get healthier if I'm not honest. And if I'm you know, faking it to make it look better, that's not what I want. And I have been trying to add in a little bit more walking on my walking pad. I have been trying to swing the kettlebell a little bit more for a little bit more it's like resistance training, I believe, and that has just been helpful. And I can log that activity in there so that, you know, I can go into the app and it'll sense when you're being active, but you can actually put in what it was that you were actually doing as well. And just gradually seeing what I've done and being able to build on that, taking very small, like bite-sized baby step chunks so that I just don't overdo it and burn myself out and lose complete interest in it, because I just think for so many of us that is what we're used to doing. I'm trying to do, like, instead of being the hare, I'm trying to be the tortoise, slow and steady, and just slowly build healthy habits. I am tired of the aches and pains. I am tired of, you know, weight gain and muscle loss. I feel like the past couple years, I have gotten sick so many times with like little things, you know, a little cough here, head cold there, or whatever. And it's just like, this is happening more and more the older I get. And honestly, I think it's all kind of in there together. When you're sedentary, you're less healthy, and I think your immune system takes a hit. Again, I am not a doctor, but I think that's kind of common sense type of stuff. And I'm like, you know, this just has to change. I am not willing to give up my favorite pastime, and unfortunately I cannot retire yet. So here I am sitting in both of these activities. Your girl is 49 years old, and just getting to a point where I feel like I have to make changes. Like I have to actually get serious at this point and put effort into doing things that are going to benefit me instead of destroying my health. And I know that sounds kind of dramatic because, you know, we might think, oh, you're destroying your health if you have, you know, like an addiction or something like that. But the problem is sitting sitting for like 16 hours a day, yeah, that's destructive. And I just can't get by with that. So I would encourage you, if this is something you are struggling with as well, to find ways to really integrate some very small activity into your routine, one step at a time, and keep it easy. Like, don't push yourself at first. Like, just start tracking what you're doing and seeing like little things to tweak here and there to try to just help us keep crocheting or knitting longer, help us enjoy these things, keep our hands healthy, our necks healthy, our heart healthy. I will have a link down in the description box to my Amazon storefront where I have several like health related products listed that I do use and that I have bought and all of that stuff. So if you want to check out any of that stuff, and I was actually able to get a discount code for the Ultra Human Air ring. If that is something you are interested in getting for yourself, I will put the link to that in the description box. I will put the discount code to use. If you have questions, please put them down in the comments, because I want us all to be healthy. I don't want us to struggle with a sedentary lifestyle. I don't want it to bring us down. I don't want us to take us out. So yeah, let me know if you have questions. I will have links to, like I said, all of the products I'm using, the discount code for this. And I think this would be a really great opportunity too, that if you have a really great like stretch or like some sort of routine that helps you with your fiber craft, like keeps your hands healthy, your neck, anything like that, please put that down in the comments so that we can kind of all learn from each other there as well. You know, do you have any special like accommodations you've made? Any special tools, or I don't know, I want to say like furniture, but I don't know, just like anything you've done to accommodate to somehow make your knitting or your crochet like easier on your body. Please put it down in the comments. I would love to know. I know this was mildly off topic. It wasn't completely yarn related, but I do think that this is something that is pretty much affecting all of us, because who crochets for like 15 or 20 minutes at a time? Not me. It's hours. So I'm assuming you're kind of the same way too. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and talking about a yarn related issue. Let's get healthy so we can keep crocheting. Talk to you soon. Bye.